amused, watching residents enjoy the new therapeutic programs. Not just of what we exposed, James added, but of what we built in its place. Margaret smiled, thinking of the frightened young woman in that old photograph and the quiet elderly resident who had trusted her with such an extraordinary legacy. Power doesn't have to corrupt, she said softly. Sometimes it can heal. Her phone buzzed. Another interview request. Margaret's story had sparked a national conversation about elder care, corporate responsibility, and the quiet strength of those society too often overlooked. She'd received offers for book deals, movie rights, speaking engagements, but her favorite moments were still here, sharing wisdom and warmth with her unlikely family of revolutionaries. The Hamilton scandal had exposed more than corporate crimes. It had revealed the dangerous myth that age meant irrelevance, that power belonged only to the young and ruthless. Margaret Chen, at 70, had proven that life's greatest chapters could begin at any age, that justice had no expiration date, that the most powerful changes often came from the most unexpected sources. As she poured another cup of tea, Margaret caught her reflection in the window. Her silver hair shone in the morning light, her posture straight with well-earned pride. She was no longer the woman who had arrived at Sunshine Valley with a single suitcase and fading dreams. She was a reminder that every person, no matter their age or circumstance, carried the potential for extraordinary impact. The garden filled with residents and their families, drawn together by new policies that encouraged meaningful connection. Michael arrived for his weekly lunch date, his medical students in tow, eager to learn from the residents' experiences. James shared updates on the Foundation's expanding programs, while Elena discussed legislative changes inspired by their story. The revolution they'd started was still growing, rippling out in countless ways. Margaret listened, content in the knowledge that this was Elizabeth's true inheritance, not just the exposure of past wrongs, but the creation of future rights. A legacy built not on power hoarded, but on power shared. In room 237, now a community library, a plaque honored Elizabeth Hamilton Patterson's memory. But her real monument was in the lives transformed, the systems reformed, the boundaries between generations and classes gradually dissolving. And in her own room, Margaret kept the letter that had started it all, a reminder that the most powerful stories often began with a single act of courage. She had arrived at Sunshine Valley as a discarded mother, another elderly inconvenience to be filed away and forgotten. She emerged as a